Warning: the In the Basement podcast covers sensitive subject materials at all times. Those involved in the production of this podcast are of legal training age in the United States, Canada, and most of the world. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the In the Basement podcast, hosted by yours truly, Psychotex Games. And if anything, this is just going to be a recording that we end up posting to YouTube. But, nevertheless, I know we took a bit of an accidental hiatus. It's not that I didn't mean to, it's that different streams came up and different things happened to happen. But regardless, with me, I have my two new hosts, Dalton and Mike, aka Lucky Lazy Lion and Lucky Fat Panda. There's some IRL friends of mine who I trust very much and are actually some really good friends, and they have some really interesting takes on some topics. Today we've got a few topics we're going to cover, so let me go ahead and get them in the call and introduce them. All right. You guys are live and on the air in 3, 2, 1.
Hey.
Come sail away. Come sail away.
Never thought you guys would be hosts for a podcast, huh?
Not really.
Who knows? Fishing. Ooh, hey, I need to talk to you.
So you guys tend to kind of keep track of what all is going on in the internet world these days, right? Or at least keep like a broad stroke of what's going on?
Somewhat.
Define what you mean.
Alright. Here lately, over the last couple of months since I last recorded an episode, and yes, everyone out there, I know it's been a while since I've recorded this. Berate me either in Twitch chat or in the comments if you're watching this while it's on YouTube. But stands are some weird people, man. Stands are some weird people. Especially the biggest problem lately I've seen is Minecraft YouTuber stands. Because I mean, back in our days, we had YouTubers like you remember Tobuscus, Sky Does Minecraft.
Yeah.
I remember watching when I shouldn't have Markiplier's record Drunk Minecraft with him and a couple of his friends. And now you've got like whole YouTube communities that are doing like story arcs and everything within Minecraft, and I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that? That's just, in my mind, that's so much work.
Yeah.
So much work, so many things to remember, making it just not only episodic, but and like I want to state this now for anyone listening. I don't necessarily hate Dream. I really don't. I've seen a couple of his videos. It's not bad. It really isn't. The only thing I absolutely don't like about Dream is I'm just not a fan of the way that he doesn't exactly PR his community like he should.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Over the last couple of months, really since the start of the year, there's been on and off issues with members of Dream's community who openly identify themselves as stans of said YouTuber, who have gone out of their way to pretty much attack anybody that they don't like, enjoy, or anything.
Essentially, the following of the YouTuber is attacking other YouTubers.
Oh, that's not good.
It's never a good thing, and that's why I've always said the moment I start having stands, I'm shutting that down quick. I'm not dealing with that.
Fish.
I don't want people I don't want people, not in a literal sense, but I don't want people going after anybody in, my name or anything. I wouldn't like the way that feels on my conscience.
Yeah.
More so lately is, a lot of what's been going on has been towards a 17-year-old YouTuber by the name of Tommy Unit, who a lot of viewers may know. A while back, this dude said some, according to them, said some unsavory things. I didn't really find anything unsavory in what he said. And because of his association with another outside YouTuber who isn't even a Minecraft YouTuber, but because of his association, everyone just started immediately calling him like racist, homophobic, things like that. Dude is 17 and getting all of this shit slung at him, and I'm like, why?
People are dicks.
Uh-huh.
I think that's pretty much what it boils down to. Like, some of these people that are doing this, by the way, are far, far younger than they have any right to be holding themselves to, you know?
I mean, you gotta go back and look at our day and age. Our parents would beat the shit out of us if we did anything bad. Today, they don't do jack shit. Oh, go sit in the corner. But that's all it comes down to, that parental beating whatever, you know?
Like, I don't necessarily condone, like, I condone disciplining your children. I don't condone, like, actively going out of your way to beat the fuck out of them.
No.
There's a difference between beating and discipline, and the difference stops at about 3 licks.
Just like what it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. Anyway,
Oh, you better not bite that kid down.
Oh, gross.
No. God, no. Oh,
Yes.
God.
Oops, sleep time.
You're the one that said Tootsie Pop.
Dun, dun,
Oy.
dun.
1, 2, 3, and then bite.
Ow.
Anyway. I think the whole term of being called a stan anyway is in, like, a negative light, if you think about the meaning of it.
Yeah.
Because, like, it came from, the term stan literally came from an Eminem song where a crazy obsessed fan would write letters to Eminem, and, like, he ended up becoming so obsessed with his stuff that he ended up, like, actually not only killing himself but killing his pregnant girlfriend too. And I'm like,
that's
bruh,
what that was about.
like, how can
Was
you?
it a Jacob?
No, it wouldn't do that as far as we know, anyways.
Damn.
But, like, it's mental that people would identify themselves as this, and I get some of them don't know the meaning of the term, and I kind of get that. The song is a little is a little aged, but
Offered to stepdad.
for reference,
You really gave it to stepdad.
For anyone listening in the background, for anyone listening to this in the background who wants the reference, they're playing Stardew Valley.
Going back to fishing.
And Dalton called himself stepdad.
Oh, this is explicit farm. Anything goes.
My name is Panda.
Anyway, yeah, I think like the absolute worst communities right now, that take to Twitter to try to get anybody like absolutely annihilated through cancel culture are, in my mind, snap. Give me a sec.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry about that.
Buddy, you okay?
Yeah, sorry about that. Lost connection for a sec. Anyway.
Oop, fish.
The absolute worst communities for that are
No.
K-pop stands and Minecraft YouTuber stands. We've already covered my grievances pretty much with Minecraft YouTuber stands, and that's some of them are under the age, and they're using social media in a way that resembles somebody who ends up developing an obsession. Because what these communities end up becoming is a lot of adults who themselves who might not exactly be playing with a full deck of cards. And these communities end up becoming virtually echo chambers because these young people live their lives vicariously through their favorite YouTuber.
Yeah.
And that's gonna get old.
Kids, get out more.
That's gonna get old real quick.
It boils down to that.
That's gonna get old real quick.
Oh, no, I gotta talk to you, and I gotta talk to you. There we go. I talked to them.
Like I was saying, my main grievance with stands in general is it's an unhealthy culture. It doesn't really allow any sort of argument to be presented otherwise. Usually it goes from being just absolutely nothing to worry about to somebody saying X did something, or going back, trying to pull up evidence in any of this person's life to try to get them canceled for having what they feel like is the complete wrong opinion.
Yeah.
And it boils down to you can't tell people shit.
Uh-huh.
You can try to form a coherent argument. You could try to come back at them with everything, and they just say, "Lol, no, get canceled, sweetie." And it's like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Bitches.
Uh-huh. I'm energy.
Ha! Boo. Sucks to be you.
But I'm still not sluggish yet.
I don't know, man.
I'm at like half energy.
I don't know, man. The whole thing to me is... The whole concept of cancel culture to me is just stupid anyway.
Oh, yeah. And it got blown way out of proportion from what some was a good idea to probably one of the worst things the internet has developed in a while.
Because you can get canceled for anything now. Like...
Uh-huh.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Like, wait, what? Hold up, what? What do you mean, like, canceled? Like...
Canceled, like, off the internet.
And immature. I didn't even do anything.
I don't know why my remote play is having such issues.
Explains why I get banned from Meet Me a lot.
I think that's for a reason.
That's for a different reason. Not sponsored by not sponsored by Meet Me, although now that we've said that, ads are probably going to appear not only on YouTube,
but say hi, how are you, Twitch. And I get blocked.
Well, you know how you cancel that. Meet Me sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway.
It's just full of sex bots.
It really is.
Anyway. But the whole thing with cancel culture is like say I do some fucked up shit down the line, and someone really doesn't like you know, someone really doesn't like what I said or what anything I had to say about it, like
It's a
they would
lot.
go out of their way to try to uh take any snippet they can out of like any YouTube videos I post. Like for example, they could take something out of this episode, throw it way out of context, and
That clip together two completely unnecessary, like two completely different things from probably an hour apart. And just like, oh, well, he just said he loves fascism.
Oh shit.
and start
And they can
throwing
clip that out of context, too.
start throwing that around, and you know it'll lead to anyone pretty much never having anything of a life again. Like, not only that, motherfuckers have actually gone out of their have gone so far out of their way as to actually dox people's information just because they'd had one little varying opinion. Like, I recall a tweet a while back. I can't remember the exact tweet, but the purpose of it was like this person promoting themselves or something like that, and this K-pop stan just appeared out of nowhere under it, as they usually tend to do, and they're like ratioed by insert K-pop star name here. And someone's like, "Wow, you really think they notice you when you go out of their way to do all that? Like, you're not gonna tell anyone. You're not really gonna convince anyone to go listen to their music or anything. If anything, you're acting like an obsessed lunatic. Because I looked on your profile and I noticed that's all you do, is go under people's tweets and, you know, tweet this shit out." And then several fans of that over the span of like several fans of that person over the span of like 15 minutes already had that person's IP address, IRL address, knew what kind of car they drive, and I'm like, holy shit! It's it holy, and I'm like, holy shit! It's
I mean, kind of.
like, holy shit!
I mean,
It's fucking wild.
all it takes, I mean, really, you just get their social and everything like that. You can just do identity.
They started sending like malicious. They start sending like malicious emails to their boss and everything like that, and person lost their job over it. So
I know this this chick. I met her in Memphis whenever I was doing the whole Uber thingy, but her ex actually poisoned her, and then also got her fired from like 7 different jobs.
that's just toxic.
Wow.
That's just
Yeah.
that's just toxic right there. That's a bad relationship, dude.
Yeah. I said, fuck
That's
that.
almost, I'm going to frame you for murder level. But not quite.
I'm good on that one. Fuck that shit. No. Bitch can go away.
I don't know, man. It's
I end up getting the crazy ones.
culture nowadays. It, like, the word culture itself used to actually be something that people could be proud of. Something people could stand behind, get behind, and be all in general enjoyed of. But now with websites like Twitter and Reddit, you know, you can't.
It's apparently something that can be stolen. I don't know how you steal culture. I'm gonna take some tikis back with me. You can go to Hawaii, just steal the tikis, steal their culture.
Yes. We could totally do that. Let's do it. I'm down. Let's make it more Hawaii.
Yes,
But
100%. Arkansas needs more Hawaii.
and see something like that would be taken, like, if people couldn't tell you weren't kidding, they would take that way out of fucking context and be like, he's actually being a colonizer, get his ass out of here. And it's like, no, he was making a good-natured.
Very strange for a colonizer, though. I want to make America more Hawaii, and I'm white.
Okay.
That's my thing is, like, a lot of motherfuckers take things way too out of context. Frankly, it's asinine how many things people tend to just disregard. And, you know, why the fuck are people so fucking serious about this?
Seriously.
Because people take things too serious on an everyday basis, and they never stop and smell the roses.
Most of these people.
I don't think their ass produces roses.
Ooh, yeah.
Most of the. I kind of share the sentiment that a lot of these people that are a lot of these people and these like kids that are out here pulling this kind of shit, like, do need to go outside, touch some grass, soak up some sunlight, because really it's just
Yeah. Back to fishing.
like some of these kids are in like some of these kids doing this are like 14, 15 years old, and they don't understand that, you know, these multi-million, you know, multi-million making icons don't really know them on a personal level. And that's where it gets kind of twisted and borders on the side of like mental issues. Is it gets
How
like these kids and everything who don't know any better start revolving their lives around everything to do with this celebrity. And then these kids are part of that
Have you
fandom
already
long
seen
enough
The Wizard?
that the kids are end up growing up with a lot of end up growing up and introducing other people to join this community to, you know, their way of living. And so quite literally the community itself becomes an echo chamber.
Yeah.
Hey, have you already saw The Wizard?
Yeah.
Damn. Ooh, clam. Ooh,
You need to
crab.
meet the wizard as well.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I just went to the thingy. Oh, also,
Nice.
I'm at the
And
ocean.
let me re-express this, because, you know, reiteration is always does good. I'm not saying I don't enjoy K-pop music. I actually kind of enjoy it. I actually kind of like some of it. Some K-pop music is okay, but
He's dissing.
by the way,
I'm
chat,
thinking
I'm
about
sorry
getting
for.
more cereal.
By the way, chat, I'm sorry for anyone who's hearing like skips in between hearing my my co-hosts. We're trying something and it clearly just was not meant to work.
Is it not working out too well?
Share play will keep going for like 10-20 minutes, and then the internet connection will just, or not literally 10-20 minutes, but it's like every 5-10 minutes it'll crap out. But we'll chug through. We'll finish an episode. We'll make it at least a 45-minute to an hour-long episode. We're at the like half-hour mark anyway. There's no point in shitting out now.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know what you guys are talking about half the time. I know it's something serious, and I know it's something that's probably really stupid, because people are stupid, but, I mean...
This man just out here lost in his own little world.
Yup. By the way, cereal.
This is why we love you, buddy. This is why we love you.
Yeah.
You may not know what
The
we're talking
panda
about.
and his quest for cereal.
Yeah, someone needs to make
Cereal.
An animated adventure of him. His search for
dude.
cereal.
Yes. Totes. I'm down.
Hang
Let's
on.
do it.
Hang on. Panda could be a kid-friendly icon. So make like a children's book of it. Panda and the Quest for a Cereal. Make it a.
Dude, hold up. Yes, I am down for that. Let's do it. I will totally do it. I will make a total, like, I will draw this out, man.
Panda and the Quest for Cereal. A children's book.
I mean, apparently there's a dinosaur book that's a children's book that I made.
Written by insert real name here.
It's a shit.
Again, chat, I'm sorry if you keep hearing their voices go. I'm sorry, chat and YouTube, if you hear their voices keep going in and out. Like, it's.
Oh, my
You know what would make this game more realistic?
I'm sorry if you hear their voices go in and out. Jesus Christ. Share play crashes and then comes back, and I come back to that, and I. Honey.
Honey, no.
Oh, honey. Oh no, baby, what is you doing?
That's fucking hilarious.
He's murdering the dishes.
Apparently so.
He is the serial killer.
Panda wanted cereal.
Actual serial killer.
Oops,
For
I
the
ate all the
record,
cereal.
we're not talking about like killing anybody. We're talking about like cereal. In case the joke wasn't obvious enough.
Cereal,
Tricks.
man.
Count Chocula.
Boo. Hell, fucking throw Booberry in there if you're gonna do that.
Blueberry?
Nah. The Tricks Rabbit needs his due.
I'm
The
more
Tricks-
Lucky Charms, man.
The Tricks Rabbit.
No. Oh. Cocoa Puffs.
He's just Tricks Rabbit is just there. Who would be the godfather of cereal company cereals though?
The godfather of cereals?
Yeah. Oh shit. I'm sorry. Let me. We'll ask the question when.
The flakes.
I don't
Alright.
think so.
Sorry, I didn't hear your answer. What would be your answer?
He said Frosted Flakes.
No, you gotta go way.
Ah,
You gotta go way back.
yeah.
Okay, so we want to go way back.
I'm gonna say cornflakes.
Wheat
Or Rice Krispies.
I think. Oof. I think I want to say like corn. I want to say cornflakes are one of the oldest cereals. I think the initial concept for it came out in like the early 1800s. I could be wrong though.
I'm curious.
Mom says cornflakes or Cheerios. We're running a poll.
All right.
So
Yeah.
Cornflakes.
See, I say cornflakes or what was the other one I said?
Cheerios. Cornflakes
No.
were created by William Kellogg in 1894.
1894.
Yeah.
And that's the oldest cereal.
Yeah.
Okay, so cornflakes. Oh no, the other one I said was Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
was
I knew
it?
cornflakes had to be cornflakes.
Hold up, for the oldest?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
was it?
Actually, there's one even older than that. It's
Quaker Oats.
It's some kind of cereal called granula. Oats don't
Yeah,
count as
Granule.
granula.
Granule was made in 1863 by James Caleb Jackson.
Yeah.
Later on, it basically was Quaker Oats in 1870s.
But yeah, it
Basically, like,
ended up inspiring
Even a cereal.
it inspired granula ended up inspiring John Harvey Kellogg, who ended up creating cornflakes. John Harvey Kellogg was a fucked up man, though. He had some.
No doubt.
He had some very like. He had some
Dark
mildly.
shit come out.
He had some mildly like fucked up views.
Every great man has mildly fucked up views. Just look at fucking Ford and Walt Disney.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, like from the early 1920s until his death in around 1950. He lived quite a long life. He was born in 1852 and he died in like 1943. So like from around 1910 to like 1930 or 1940, he promoted eugenics.
Wow.
As anyone will know, eugenics is not a good thing.
Yes, I can. I get a cat.
Not only that, not only was he a big proponent of eugenics in his later years, apparently he worked with the when he was on the Michigan Board of Health, he enacted laws at that time to sterilize anyone deemed mentally defective. And I'm like, that's fucking bananas.
Close? Yeah.
Did you know Captain Crunch actually has a dead-ass full name?
Yeah. I don't remember what it is, but I know he has a full name.
I actually think I said this on stream last night. Yeah. So Captain Crunch's real name is Horatio Magellan Crunch. Which is kind of weird because
he's Spanish.
No. That's not what that means at all. The character, however, is because I know the character has a separate name, but the no, that's the character's name. The actual creator of So it was a woman by the name of Pamela Lowe that ended up actually creating the OG flavor for Captain Crunch.
Huh.
She experimented with a recipe of pouring brown sugar and butter over her rice.
And now we have Captain Crunch.
Believe it or not, the same woman worked as a flavorist at the same company, Arthur D. Little, that would end up producing the flavors for Heath, Mounds, and Almond Joy candy bars.
Huh.
I love Almond Joy.
I'm personally partial to Mounds. I
love Mounds too.
Something
I
about
only eat those when I'm drunk.
Mounds personally are Mounds are the right combination of dark chocolate and coconut to me. Like regular chocolate and coconut is okay in my mind, but I'm not a big fan of the whole biting into a Almond Joy and having to nearly break my fucking teeth on an almond that I kind of expected to be there, but still knew I was gonna have to bite into anyway. And I'm a weird person. Like I'm a weird person. Like if I buy a candy bar in public and I'm not planning to eat it immediately, I take it home and I plop that bitch in the fridge. Something about a cold candy bar just hit. Not frozen now, not frozen, but a cold candy bar hits a little different.
I put it in the freezer.
See, if I stick it in the freezer, it's to like rapid cool it, and like I'm taking it back out in 5 minutes once it's like cold but not frozen, you know?
I'll be right back.
And then it's the more sane of two of us.
You can say that. It doesn't make it true.
Boy, am I really glad I added that.
Closed.
Boy, am I really glad I added that disclaimer at the beginning of the podcast. But like the full disclaimer,
I didn't
have
see
for
the
a reason.
disclaimer.
I end up editing it in anyway because I have a pre-recording of it, so it's mainly just to like be a bit of a time filler. But it's pretty much it pretty much just says, warning, topics of the pod. Warning, we cover some pretty sensitive topics in the podcast. All hosts and guests of the podcast are of legal drinking age in Canada, United States, and several other countries. Viewer discretion advised. So, the second you see that, you gotta kind of understand.
Yeah.
Like, we warned you.
You have been warned.
You
No
have been
takesy
warned.
backsies.
No take-backs. Ah, man, it kind of sucks that they're not really, they got so burnt out after doing pretty much the Cell Saga.
But they did it so good.
But I understand why, and this is completely derailing from the topic of what the initial podcast was supposed to be about, but
I don't care.
but I like that I completely understand why they did why they said they wouldn't do the Boo Saga. I can. It would be a lot of work, it'd be a lot of effort to go through, and there's not, I think they said there's also not really a whole lot of it's like why they wouldn't do the BoJack movie.
Yeah.
To preface this for anyone listening who is absolutely curious, we're talking about YouTube group Team 4-Star, who does an amazing Dragon Ball Z parody.
Uh-huh.
And we're talking like the Saiyan Saga and the Namek Saga, they're okay. But then once you start getting into the Android Saga, it gets a little it gets to be just a chef kiss, just masterpiece. I seriously recommend going to give it a watch if you haven't seen any of it whatsoever. I like it.
Yes.
I enjoy it.
And 100% would recommend.
Especially if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, you will get laughs out of it.
Hellsinger Bridge is fucking hilarious too.
Really, go check out any form of anime abridged. You're bound to find something you like. I didn't know for the longest time that one of the members for Dragon Ball Z abridged actually did a Yu-Gi-Oh abridged.
Yeah, they worked with Little Crew, didn't they? Did they not?
Yeah. I want to say I forget who it was specifically, but I want to say I remember somebody doing a Yu-Gi-Oh abridged that they ended up I want to say I don't remember who, but I remember finding out somebody that they that is on the Team 4-Star crew ended up doing that. And I think on a couple of episodes they actually got Little Karibo to do some voices.
Yeah.
What
I mean, he was like one of the original abridgers.
We were just talking about abridged series.
Yeah.
Oh. Team 4-Star and DBZ and Bridge, stuff like that.
Yeah. But then there's also SAO Bridge, which is like another work of art.
SAO and Bridge. Oh, don't. Even Helsing and Bridge wasn't even that bad either.
So much in my inventory.
Yeah, I was down for Helsing and Bridge.
Dude, I may end up rewatching freaking what was it? SAO Bridge.
Truth, I kind of want to rewatch. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I actually liked Gun Gale Online. It wasn't that bad.
Careful, Mike. You're turning into dangerous waters by saying you like an anime. God forbid Twitter finds
I
out.
know, but I mean, it wasn't.
God forbid Twitter finds
It's
out.
not that bad.
Dog, to piss Twitter off, all you have to do is say you remotely enjoy anything, and they'll be...
I remotely enjoy anything.
What are they gonna do? Block me on Twitter? I don't have a Twitter.
It's probably for the better that you don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the worst is, like... For a while, Dragon Ball Z fans were going off and saying, like, Goku could beat X person, and it's like... Okay, y'all really taking this shit too far.
I say if you follow the way that characters are written, Saitama would beat Goku.
Yeah, that is true.
Hear me out. I can defend this position. The thing is, Saitama is meant to win. No matter what, he is meant to win. Goku is meant to win in the second half. Saitama prevents the second half.
Well, not only
That's
that,
true.
but, like, the whole Goku versus Superman debate, it's like... People get really pressed because, you know, I know I'm unnecessarily shouting out another channel again, but Screw Attack did like 2 different death battles of different time periods of Goku. You know, obviously after Resurrection F, when they had included not only God of Destruction form, but Super Saiyan Blue form, Goku still whooped his ass because Superman whooped Goku's ass because Superman has no... It's even confirmed in the comics. Superman has no measurable amount of power. And if it were Golden Age Superman, like, fucking forget it. You know, Golden Age Superman towed planets for fun and could sneeze away entire galaxies.
Oh yeah.
Dun, dun,
I know it sounds like I'm making this up. I swear to God, it's true.
It was in the comics.
Editor Steven, find a panel of the comic where Superman sneezed away a planet. Thank you. I know I ask Editor Steven to do a lot, but I ask him for good reason, and then he ends up hating me later. But yeah, Twitter is simultaneously a pretty good place and somehow the absolute worst cesspit of the internet, in my personal opinion.
I want.
Yeah. You want what?
This, it's like a screw, and you just let it go, and it just does it. I don't know how to explain it.
I don't even know what is related to what you're describing.
It's like a bolt-looking thing. Like it's okay. So it's like a bolt. Let's see if I can screenshot it.
I can only imagine like a self-tapping screw or something like that.
Editor Steven, pull up the screen. Editor Steven, pull up the screenshot when it gets to this point in the video. Well, When you're editing this, pull up the screenshot, show what it looks like. That way the fans have that way everybody has context.
Damn it! I just
Eventually, it's going to
want
become
you
a
to show.
eventually it's going to become a self-fulfilling joke that I'm just going to ask editor Steven to do a lot, and then eventually editor Steven is start going to responding in videos with like no or like get bent.
Yeah. Okay. Like. There we go. And it just drops down and it just does it by itself. Huh.
Where'd you send the screenshot to? So that way I can see
Discord.
If I hold up. Oh, you send it to the For the Boys Discord. Okay.
Is that?
You had the same thought I did, right?
What?
My only guess is you thought it was a sex thing too.
Mm-hmm.
No! I'm from.
Again, chat, I'm so sorry you hear them cut out, but we're trying to do a thing and it
Screw.
Yeah, it
That is my only guess, is that just to fuck around with a screw. A giant screw.
I
That
mean,
is its only purpose.
It doesn't look. Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't.
If it's not a sex thing.
No, it's meant to be like an appealing thing. So you hold it and the screw it, you let it go, and it'll just automatically go down.
So it uses perpetual motion while it's going downwards to screw itself in.
Basically.
I'm not gonna lie, that
Don't give him too much credit.
I know Mike himself didn't have the idea, but that's not that bad of an idea. Now that I think about it.
Hold up, Steven. Check this guy out.
All right, I think that might be my
Parsnips?
I think that might.
Probably. I don't know.
I think that might be my cue to wrap up the episode. That's two crashes within 2 minutes of each other. This was an endeavor, but this wasn't that bad of an idea. It just apparently my internet connection is not strong enough to handle SharePlay and streaming.
It won't let me pick them up.
But nevertheless, thanks everybody. Thanks everybody who tuned in. I'm going to actually cut the stream right quick so I can go see if dinner is available, and then we're gonna go straight from this into streaming some Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Obviously open duel room, and we're gonna have a Steam card giveaway.
Okay, that's what I was curious about. What's I say?
So, I will be right back. But thanks everybody so much for tuning into the podcast. Any closing remarks, you guys, for this episode?
Oh, I can go see the wizard.
Yes. Yeah, it's been a couple of days.
Come here, wizard.
All right, that's the outro. We're leaving it.
Oh, God damn it.